For many women who take public transportation, dealing with unwanted advances or even witnessing lewd conduct is something that they just kind of put up with. But one woman said enough was enough, and she decided to take action. Now, Camille Renier is a 21-year-old actress living in Paris, France. And on Tuesday, Renier was taking the Paris metro when she says she looked up and saw a man touching himself right in the middle of the train. You can see the photo here, which we have blocked out. But if you see the unblocked out version, it's all there for your gazing. Now, she posted it to Facebook and included a caption that read, "When he was masturbating, the guy was staring at me in the window of the metro, not directly at me. I was watching a video on my phone and I saw him masturbating when I looked up. I talked to him, he said nothing and ran away. What the fuck? Yesterday I was wearing long jeans and boots, and today I was wearing a long skirt. I never made eye contact with them. What's wrong with respect? Is it because that I'm a woman and I have to experience your evil perversity every day?" So before I kind of go on into the rest of the story, I want to make a huge point here. So she, in this long, Facebook comment that she's, being commended for kind of putting this out there, whatever, she says, I was wearing jeans and boots, and today I was wearing a long skirt, and I didn't make eye contact. And that just shows you how crazy victim blaming is in our society. That she feels that she needs to clarify, look, I wasn't dressed like a slut, and I wasn't provoking him with eye contact. She feels she needs to clarify that, so that's not why he pulled out his dick on the train.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I don't think she needed to clarify that. Like the idea that if she was wearing a short skirt,
but if she
maybe I'll pull my pants down.
No,
That's
but if
crazy.
she felt the need, that she felt like, oh, maybe if I was wearing something, regardless of what you're wearing or regardless of how you're making eye contact with somebody, like, don't masturbate on the train.
That would have to be a pretty hot skirt for me to do that in public, I imagine. Yes, of course you're right.
Well, you're saying you would.
That is why she had to write it.
So if it was hot enough, you would.
I haven't seen it yet. There are some yoga pants. When you stretch them,
Hey,
no, of course that's crazy.
Come on, guy gets hot.
So you had said that this is not exclusive to France. This
happens
in America too,
this happens in America all the time. I have a lot of friends who went to NYU and who live in New York, and they say they've seen this multiple times on New York subways. They've seen other lewd things happening as well. But in this case, she posted the photo to Facebook, and just a day after that, the police identified her alleged abuser. Now, if you don't think this is abuse, exhibitionism in France is considered sexual assault. According to a French study in April, 100% of female public transport users surveyed said they had experienced at least one incidence of gender-based harassment or sexual assault. 100%.
I'd love to know the number here, because 100% is amazing. So maybe it is worse there. It's hard for me to believe that 100% of women, even just LA, this is in Paris?
This is in Paris, yeah.
That 100% of women have experienced a similar thing.
Well,
I would say 85.
Let's say if you consider catcalling a form of some sort of harassment. That's pretty close. I'm going to guess that's pretty close to 100% in Los Angeles.
What do people consider catcalling? There's always been those types of discussions where they go, if a guy goes, hey, how you doing? That some people they don't like that even extent of conversation where they feel threatened, and that's fine for them. So I wonder where the line is drawn as far as what someone saying something to you is. If it's just, hey, nice ass, yeah, that's obvious.
Oh, you're saying what does that actually mean?
You're saying how do you define catcalling?
Gender-based harassment, yeah. Well, I mean, I think we can all agree, though, you can't masturbate on a train.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I wonder what percentage of people are actually doing
I'm glad that you checked into the laws. It better be against the law. Yes. I hope it's against the law in America, too. I wouldn't want to see that. Yeah, I don't think anybody thinks that that's okay, right?
No.
We give people a lot of rights of self-expression.
Jimmy wants to know what her skirt would look like.
Yeah, Jimmy actually hasn't said anything about whether it should be legal or not. Look, I get it. You're commuting back and forth to work. It can take a lot of time. That's a big part of your day. Maybe you don't have time once you get back home.
And you get hot.
You get hot. You need to air it out. But no, I don't think anybody thinks that's
There's
acceptable.
a certain percentage of there's something missing. No one thinks that makes any sense.
It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
No, it's crazy. There's crazy people who are doing it. It's not you're not getting on the train and then going whatever. I don't know.
It's not like you're horny at a 7. That's a normal guy. But at an 8, shit, drop the pants. No, that's a special kind of crazy.
And so that is a true perversion, right? Meaning that a normal person wouldn't get sexually excited about that, right?
No.
So that means that he's using this in a perverted way, so it's not actually sex. It's like, I'm getting off on the power trip that I have over women, that I can now make them uncomfortable or whatever. Yeah, I don't know what that is or what happens to you as a kid that makes you a flasher.
I don't know.
whatever.
Because these guys are
Some
probably
kind of shame, I think.
they're
about
probably
your body.
uncomfortable around women, and then, as we know, a lot of people are when they get angry at women just for not like I think it was the Santa Barbara shooter. He hated women because he's like, why don't
Yeah.
I ever get a chance?
Right.
So then they want to flip some kind of power, but he felt they had power over him, and that they're telling him, and they're controlling
Yeah.
him, and they're denying him, and so the somehow the power trip is I'm gonna flip that on you, and you're gonna be uncomfortable with me, and that's the only thing they got is
Yeah.
a dick.
But I think this, kind of goes in different like degrees. Obviously this was an extreme, something that we all can agree that's totally out of control. But women get groped in public transportation every day.
Yeah.
Every single day. I took public transportation when I lived in Prague, and guys would all the time try to just brush past you and things like that. That is totally unacceptable. But they feel that I can get away with this.
Maybe
I'm
I'm
in a
being-
public transportation or whatever.
Maybe I'm being naive because that finishes the 100% because I do believe that must happen all the time. It has to.
And you ever see those trains in Japan, right? They're mass transit where they push each other in, right? They have to pack them
Yeah.
in like.
Yeah.
You telling me that somebody's finger isn't somewhere? Are you kidding me?
Right.
Well, this is what we're talking about.
It just has to be to fit.